Hi, I'm Don.
I'm Kathleen. Welcome to Our Cruise Life. We're in La Romana, the Dominican Republic.
In this video, we're going to talk about that ship that's right behind us, the Carnival Magic. Plus, we're going to talk about what it's like to cruise at full capacity. Are you ready?
I am.
Let's do this. Alrighty, here we go. If you have cruised recently, you know that the cruise industry has recovered from the pandemic and ships are sailing very full. Or, if you're planning a cruise, then you will discover that last-minute deals are almost non-existent. And your ideal cruise must be booked well into the future. The cruise lines are experiencing a record-breaking year, as are the popular ports. So, in addition to touring the Magic, we want to share our thoughts about sailing at full or near full capacity. What's it like? How crowded is it? Is this a case of too many passengers or too few crew? So, let me set this up. This video is based on our 8-day Southern Caribbean cruise sailing from Port Canaveral in January of 2023. The passengers on this cruise were mostly couples 55 plus. For what it's worth. The Magic was born May 1st, 2011, with a berth weight of 130,000 gross registered tons. She is nearly identical to her two sisters, the Carnival Dream and the Carnival Breeze. That means she is an aging, mid-sized cruise ship very similar to many other Carnival ships. Her last dry dock was in May of 2021. She is 1,004 feet long, 125 feet wide, and has a draft of 27 feet. That means how far it goes down into the water. This giant floating hotel has 1,845 guest cabins, which can accommodate up to 3,690 passengers at double occupancy, or all the way up to 4,724 passengers by stuffing more friends and family members in each cabin. Also, there's enough lifeboat space for 7,650 souls. Hopefully no one has ever had to test that number. So, did you get all that? By the way, there are also several laundry and ironing rooms on board. I think that it cost about $7 to do a load of laundry, and there are detergent vending machines available. Hey, I digress. Let's get on with the tour. How about we start at the top and work our way down? Starting on top, Deck 15. Overlooking the bow is the Serenity Deck. This area is for all passengers over the age of 21 and offers quite a bit of sun-loving lounging, 2 hot tubs, and a bar. There is no pool or food serving station on this deck, at least in this area. I had to come up here at sunrise to find empty seats. Most of the time, there were no empty loungers. The water slides also begin up here and flow down to Deck 12, where they terminate in Carnival Waterworks. Moving inside on Decks 14 down to 12, there is no Deck 13, we find the Cloud9 Spa and Fitness Center. While anyone may use the exercise equipment in the fitness center, most activities in the spa, including the thermal suite, require an upcharge or a spa category cabin. Moving aft on Deck 12 will take you through Carnival Waterworks and on to the mini golf course and the ropes course. On our 8-day cruise, I never witnessed the ropes course actually open. Perhaps that was due to the average age of our fellow passengers, or perhaps due to those ever-present high winds. I'm sure it was fun, I just never caught anyone doing it. Not so with the jogging track, which is also on Deck 12. If you jog further aft, you will find the sports court and some outdoor exercise equipment. Then descending to deck 11, also known as the panorama deck, you will find an interesting mix of things. At the front is a forward observation deck followed by a number of cabins, mostly spa suites and spa balconies. Continuing aft, we'll take you around the upper deck over the main pool, then past one of the youth program areas, this one Camp Ocean. Keep moving toward the rear. Deck 11 is another observation area overlooking the Tides pool. My favorite place to sit is right there. It offers great views of the surrounding ocean and a break from the canned music that plays almost everywhere all the time. When I think of what's best on the Carnival Magic, I think of this corner on the panorama deck. It's a great place to release all your stress and unwind. Come down one deck to the most famous of decks, the Lido deck. There's a lot going on here. At the front are cabins. Midship is the most popular outdoor area of the entire ship, centered on the beach pool with its surrounding sun loungers. Finding an empty seat in the middle of the day is nearly impossible. Perhaps that's because of the 2 bars nearby, as well as 2 eating venues and access to the ship's buffet. So come early. I'll cover all the eating venues together in a moment, but for now, pass through the buffet and onto the rear deck of the ship, the Tides pool, plus 2 additional hot tubs, another bar, the pizzeria, and the seafood shack. No wonder that the Lido deck is the most popular deck on the ship. Continuing our downward spiral, decks 9 through 6 are all cabins, as are decks 2 and 1. This would be a good time to let Kathleen show you our cabin.
Welcome. We're in room 6365. We're on the Carnival Magic. So we had to have a little magic. I like to do some lights and decorate the door. Come on in. Come on in. We have an inside cabin. There's the key card to keep the lights on. When you pull it out, they turn off. We have a nice closet, actually 3. We've moved in. We've been in for 3 days. Everything is hung up and put away. So we have a lot of space for an inside. Now, would you like to see the bathroom? It's right here. The only thing you might want to bring is some conditioner for your hair, but you have shampoo and body wash. Then, the bed is great. It's king size. So this room feels very spacious. Over here, we have TV, safe, which we keep, you put your wallet and phone away or whatever. Down here is the refrigerator, where you want to keep things cool. And this is where the dryer is. And I actually brought my curling iron. And then you have 1, 2, 3 more drawers. Here's your outlets.
There's only 2 120-volt outlets, so we bring a little adapter there.
Right.
There is a 220 outlet, which we put adapters in.
That's the thermostat. We keep it pretty cool in here.
As you can see, this is a little different layout for an inside cabin, and we like it. It's very spacious.
We like that you lay in bed and the TV is right there. Maybe it's small, but you can still see it.
And the bed is very comfortable.
It is really nice.
On this particular cabin, there are no USB ports or outlets on the bedside lamps.
Anyway, it's a great room, and this is our magic inside room.
While the suites get all the glory, there are some worthwhile advantages to an interior cabin. First and foremost, they are the least expensive. That means you can cruise more often. Second, a feature that we enjoy, interior cabins are great for sleeping. Turn off the lights and it's very dark. Crank down the thermostat, it gets cold. Crawl under the covers and sleep like you are in a refrigerator. Hi, we're going to interrupt the video right now for a big favor.
Please subscribe and hit the notification bell, please.
Thank you. Back to the video. Okay, as promised, let's talk about the food and places to eat. I am happy to report that food aboard the Magic was almost always excellent. There is a steakhouse, an Italian restaurant, and a sushi bar available for an upcharge, but we did not even try them. We did manage to try all of the venues that are included in the cruise fare. At the top, as mentioned already, is Cucina del Capitano, the ship's Italian restaurant. In the evenings, it becomes a specialty restaurant with a modest upcharge. I think it was $18. But during the day, you can choose from a limited menu at no extra cost. Food is prepared to order while you wait, and it is excellent. Descend the stairs and you will find the largest dining venue on the ship, the buffet. It's also called Lido Marketplace. The buffet is open for breakfast all the way through a late dinner. Here you will find an omelet station for breakfast, which converts to a deli for dinner and lunch. The Mongolian Wok is also here, offering up made-to-order stir-fried dishes. But be prepared to stand in a long line. Then just outside of the buffet midship, you will discover Blue Iguana Cantina, offering up tacos and burritos. On the other side of the deck is Guy's Burger Joint, offering what may be the best hamburgers at sea. Well, maybe. On the aft side of the buffet, near the Tides Pool, are Pizzeria del Capitano and the Seafood Shack. Pizzas are available till way past midnight and are included in your fare. The Seafood Shack is amazing, but there is a reasonable upcharge. During our cruise, for example, fish and chips were only $8. Now let's resume our ship tour on the promenade deck. That would be Deck 5. This is an interior hub of the ship extending out from the Magic Atrium. The atrium spans 3 decks, so we will start here and work our way down. There are 4 glass elevators overlooking the atrium and another 6 elevators nearby. On the port side, you will find the Fun Shops, that's their brand stores. Next door is Cherry on Top, that's a candy store. On the starboard side are more upscale shops, such as jewelry and cosmetics. Moving aft will take you through the upper level of Hat Trick Casino. A word of warning here about the casino. This is a designated smoking area for gamblers. That said, however, a second non-smoking casino is located right below on Deck 4. For now, let's continue aft on Deck 5 into the lanai. This is an open, multi-use area that includes the Plaza Cafe, Alchemy Bar, and Red Frog Pub. The Plaza Cafe offers premium coffee and pastries. The pastries are usually free, but the coffee prices are comparable to, say, Starbucks. The Red Frog Pub is more than a bar. It is a popular place to hang out, play board games, and watch sports on the televisions. At the rear on Deck 5 are the Steakhouse, Piano Bar, and on into the Spotlight Lounge. That's a second entertainment venue, and it's where the comedians perform to full-packed houses. But there's more on Deck 5. Step outside to discover there is also an exterior promenade that goes all the way around the ship. That's pretty cool. It's also home to Pig and Anchor barbecue, a couple of hot tubs, and plenty of comfortable seating. By the way, the barbecue is included in your fare, but not open in the evenings or on port days. A second interior promenade can be found on Deck 4. Around the atrium is the photo gallery. But more important are the 2 main dining rooms on this deck. At midship is the Northern Lights dining room, and at the rear of the ship is the Southern Lights dining room. They offer the same menu, but on our cruise, the Northern Lights dining room was used for my time dining, while Southern Lights was used for assigned time dinings. I'll talk more about that in a moment. The escape bar and the library flank the midship dining room. In between the two dining rooms is where you will find two more of the youth programs, Club O2 and Circle C, and right next door to them is the Warehouse Arcade, or as Rico, the cruise director, called it, the Kids Casino. Our tour ends on Deck 3 in the atrium, where you find guest services, the shore excursions desk, and, you guessed it, another bar. At the front of the ship, spanning decks 3, 4, and 5, is the Showtime Theater. This is the largest entertainment venue on the ship. It's a full-size theater and home to the production shows and popular interactive events such as Deal or No Deal and bingo games. And that is a tour of the Carnival Magic. If you are still watching, it's probably because you want what Paul Harvey called the rest of the story. Well, here it is. Now, keep in mind that our opinions are our opinions and may not reflect the experiences of others. First and foremost, the crew was excellent. Not only did they do their task quite well, they seemed to be happy about it. Such positivity usually trickles down from the top, so we salute Captain Severini and his senior staff, along with the brand new cruise director, Rico, as he referred to himself. Second, the food was better than what we've experienced on other recent cruises this year. Our first elegant night featured filet mignon, and the second night included lobster. Finally, let's talk about the unpleasant parts of our cruise. They are all related to how crowded it seemed on the ship. Perhaps the problem was not so many passengers, but too few crew members. I really don't know. The published passenger-to-space ratio is 35, but it didn't feel like it. Then there are all those long waits to get into the main dining room. We chose early dining when we booked the cruise, but discovered that we were assigned to my time dining when we got our key cards. Unfortunately, that name is misleading. Reservations are not allowed. When you are ready to enter the dining room, you must check in using the Carnival Hub app on your phone. Their computer system then enters you into a queue and you wait until you are called. The app automatically replies that your table will be ready in less than 10 minutes, but we found ourselves regularly waiting from 30 minutes to over an hour to get a table. This, my friends, is not my time dining. So where's the problem? Or is this the new normal? I share all of this not to complain, but so that you might be prepared and in so doing have a pleasant cruising experience. As I always heard, prior planning prevents problems. The crowd certainly will not deter us. We will be back out there, in fact, next week, feeling blessed to be able to do this thing we enjoy so much, cruising.
That's it. Thank you for watching.
If you haven't already done so, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and we'll send you more videos like this.
See you next time.